We're going to talk through two examples, and the first one is plot the graph of negative 4x plus 2y equals 10. Okay, our last video was looking at something like y equals something x plus something, or y equals something x take something. Okay, so we need to rearrange it so that we've got something that looks like this. Okay, so we want to get y on its own, so we're going to use some stabilizers. So we've got negative 4x plus 2y equals 10. And we use stabilizers to help us. So I want to get y on its own. So currently this is stopping y from being on its own. So I'm going to do the opposite of take 4x. So I'm going to add 4x to both sides. So take 4x, add 4x, they disappear. So I'm just left with 2y on that side. And then 10, but we've got plus 4x, so I've got 4x plus 10. Okay. I want y on its own. I don't want 2y, I just want y. So I need to divide every single thing by 2. So I'm going to divide by 2 this side and divide by 2 this side. So 2y divided by 2 is just y. 4x divided by 2 is 2x. Plus 10 divided by 2 is plus 5. And now we have something that we recognise. So we're going to use y equals 2x plus 5 because they are the same. Okay, but they have just been rearranged. Okay, they're the same, but they've just been rearranged. So now, remember, we start at the positive because it's easier. So we've got y equals 2x plus 5 means 2 times x plus 5. So our first value for x is 3. So we've got 2 times 3 plus 5. Well, 2 times 3 is 6 plus 5 is 11. So I'm going to put 11 in there. Now we're going to try it with 2. So I'm going to start working over here. So we've got y equals 2 times x plus 5. Well, this time we've got 2 as x, so 2 times 2 plus 5. So 2 times 2 plus 5. Well, 2 times 2 is 4 plus 5 is 9. Next one, y equals 2 times x plus 5. So we can write 9 in this space. So now we've got to use 1, so 2 times 1 plus 5. So y equals 2 times 1 plus 5. Well, 2 times 1 is 2, plus 5 is 7. It's gone a bit blurry. Now we're going to use 0. So y equals 2 times x plus 5. This time we're using 2 times 0 plus 5. Well, 2 times 0 is 0, plus 5 is 5. Okay, sorry, that was 2 times 0 plus 5 is equal to 5. So 5 is going to go in that box. Okay, and then we should be able to start seeing the pattern. 11, 9, 7, 5, and you should be able to predict what comes next. Okay, we're still going to write them. So y equals 2 times x plus 5. This time it's negative 1. So y equals 2 times negative 1 plus 5. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Add 5 is 3. Y equals 2 times x plus 5. This time we're going to use x is negative 2. So y equals 2 times negative 2 plus 5. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Add 5 is 1. So we're going to put 1 in the box. Move the sheet down. Now we're going to do our last one, which is negative 3. So y equals 2 times x plus 5. Now we're going to use negative 3. So 2 times negative 3 plus 5. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Add 5 is negative 1. So you can see it follows the pattern 11, 9, 7, 5, 3, 1, negative 1. Or you can work up the other way, negative 1, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Okay, there's a difference of 2 between each of them. So hopefully you'll remember from the last video that this means we've got pairs of coordinates. So this is one coordinate, okay, which is 3, 11. This is another coordinate, which is 2, 9. This is another coordinate, which is 1, 7. This is another, so 0, 5. Then this one's another, -1, 3. This one's another, -2, 1. And then this one's the last one, -3, -1. Okay, so we've got some coordinates that we can plot on our grid. So I'm going to label my grid. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that means over here that's 0, so -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, and then down here is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. It should be easier for you because you should have maybe squared paper. 3, 4, 5. Okay. So now we need to plot these coordinates down here on our grid. So 3, 11, that means a long 3, 11 up. So remember, this is the x, the first number is the x, the second number is the y. First is the x, second is y. So we find 3 on the x-axis and then up to 11, but that's not on there, so we're not going to plot that point. 2, 9, we can't go up to 9. 1, 7, can't go up to 7. 0, 5, so I go 0 along and 5 up, which is there. So we've done that one. -1, 3, so we go -1, which is there, and then 3, so up 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, then we've got -2, 1, so we go to -2, which is there, and then up to 1. So we've done that one. And then -3, -1, so we go along to -3 and down to -1, which is there. And the final thing that we need to do is just draw our line in. Okay, so there is the line of, I'm just going to label it what they gave us in the question, -4x plus 2y equals 10. Okay, the second example is on one of the other videos.